fun. Alright everyone, hello, we're immediately back. We're sending volunteers to help Greece in its civil war, because if we can turn them anti-syndicalists, we're going to do it. Darn those commies. The oil of Ploiesti. After Romania's defeat in the Weltkrieg, we were promised control of the rich oil fields of Ploiesti. Our spies report, however, that the current dictator, Codreanu, is about to nationalize the oil field, but the current crisis, through any open attempt to stop him, would spark fears of war and drive away capital, wrecking us financially. I could arrange an accident, I could bribe ministers and offer promises. I could do that one. Hopefully my troops can get there fast enough to make a difference. Because this would not be good to have a syndicalist. Syndicalist Greeks. I don't think my troops are going to get there fast enough. Yep. That was really fast. Where are these troops going to go now? Volunteer forces and transfer. Alright, so they just kind of plop themselves down wherever. Can I not select those lines? There we go. Insufficient resources, not really my concern right now. Still trying to pump out peace. Let me just go ahead and finish this. Okay. Still gotta build a lot of these apparently. Honestly though, I am gonna bump up a couple of these military factories more towards the top just so I can start producing them. The Principality of Andorra joined the war against us in support of France, but after their defeat, Andorra had no ties with the new commune and aligned itself with Spain. However, that treaty didn't annul the declaration of war against us, and in fact, nor has any treaty since. Several diplomats have been working to resolve this strange circumstance, and now we have a peace deal ready signed. Of course. Sure thing, Andorra. Oh, thank goodness the syndicalists lost in Spain. It's only a matter of time before they kill them all. Mwahahaha. I did absolutely nothing in that conflict. Oh, I helped the Kingdom of Spain. But the Kingdom of Spain lost, so I don't know if I want to take credit for that. Okay, so these... the assassin of Ambassador Albert de Forference. Our ambassador to Austria, Albert, we found dead in his home in Munich today. The evidence has clearly shown that he was murdered by a French anarcho-syndicalist named Gustave Beauvais. Beauvais was found boarding the fast train from Berlin to Bucharest, where he planned on crossing the Black Sea into Georgia. There is no evidence this was planned by the French, but this is an outrage just the same. This would declare war on France. Alright, let me see real quick. Is this a war I could win? Let me just also check all of my little research opportunities. Alright, so how many divisions? They have 53 to 97. UK has 37 to 76. I have 85. German Empire gains warmongering brutes. I'm not ready for war, and I don't want to be a warmonger. If I can find a way to peacefully handle this, I absolutely will. I don't think it is possible, but it's something I need to try. First African divisions arrive. Under the reforms of the African recruits will not simply be placed in colonial policing. Oh, sweet. Too bad it's cavalry. Cavalry kind of sucks. Getting the militarist revival is my next big thing, so we'll do that. Wait, these aren't cavalry, these are infantry. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. You guys, no, you guys went national populist. Oh, you guys went on the opposite end of the spectrum. Putting you guys on the so whatever border would not be a bad idea, though. The question is where. We'll send you to the south, where I think, honestly, the toughest push is going to be. Because we already have 5 units being built to add on to this army up in the north. Do they even have elections? They have more stability than we do. There we go. Mobile warfare. Getting it planned out. Can I build medium tanks? I can technically do it. Might as well. How's Poland do? Roma nationalized after Romania's defeat in Weltkrieg. We promised control over the taking advantage of the state of our economy. It's just nationalized with much fanfare. It didn't dare stop the oil shipments and all promised to compensate our oil companies. But closing at this point would likely frighten investors even more, potentially killing in. Alright, sure, but know this, I have my eyes on you. Who's justifying against us now? Russian Empire. Caucasus direction. Oh. How strong is the Russians? 63 to 158. They're still doing their stabilization problems, though. Ukraine is 34. Actually, might not be a bad idea to try and crush the Russians. So wait, the Caucasus direction specifically goes after Don Kuban and Armenia. We'll see. Poland was annexed. That's some border gore. Alright, Poland was made Austria's puppet. I can live with that one. I can pretty darn live with that one. I want to say, though, are most of these things down here not done? This focus is currently... Yeah, so these focuses are not done. That is done. Oh, that's a pretty good focus, actually. Interesting. Demand the border strip. They joined the Third International. Great. I could support the Iron Guard, or I could... Oh. Expanding Qing Empire. The German-backed Qing Empire has established the control over Shaanxi and Gansu. While destroying Shangqing Tianquo while it was still in its infancy is good, it is possible that the ambition Puyi is becoming too powerful and needs to be restrained. I don't... See, that they'll like me more. I think I want them to like me. Not to say I couldn't win a war against them, but it's not good policy. It's not good policy to make enemies. Guns from Middle Africa. Alright, I like the new administration. Right, so the plan is to... Japan announced her ambitions. Oh boy. Yeah, no, my definite goal is to get the militarist revival and then the new textbooks, just to get rid of all of these stupid debuffs. 247, that's enough to begin researching new guns. Alright. I remember whenever I first started learning about World War II, and I remember thinking, wow, war is so cool! And then you actually really start learning about World War II, and it's kind of like, wow, war is so bad. Like, I think we've all... Oh, okay, yeah, real quick. Ugh. I think we've all kind of had that moment of clarity where we start realizing, you know, maybe hoping to be war heroes is not such a great thing. Also, hey, out of nowhere, those divisions finished whenever I wasn't paying attention. The BZNS take power in Bulgaria. Oh, Bulgaria exists again. Don't know when that happened. Nationalist takeover in the Netherlands. Fine with that one as long as it's not syndicalist. Like, let's be clear here. I have no issue with nationalists. It's the syndicalists I hate. There it is, militarist revival. I definitely need that. Because that would be awesome. Get so much war support. Though the German people are renowned for their bellicosity and national pride, the World War cost us dearly, and many a family was denuded of its menfolk. It is time for us to revive the militaristic spirit of the Prussian era. In the name of the Reich and the Kaiser! I like the sounds of that. Report from Russia. Our secret service reports that Russia plans to once again secure the Caucasus region. Such a drastic step means a direct threat to the stability of Eastern Europe, which was set by the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. What shall we do? Oh. So let's see. Inviting them to the Reichspakt would be a really stupid idea. But I don't want to get in a war with Russia. We don't care about the Caucasus. If they were going after Ukraine and Belarusia, I'd care. But I mean, they're just the Caucasus. Yeah, the question of Don-Cuban Union. Wait, what? Okay, good. I was about to say, fall of Barcelona, I wasn't paying attention. No, that's good. They're Carlists. They're not communists. Iron Guard Romania declared war on Serbia. Why? They were allies, weren't they? Alright, well, bye-bye Serbia. Oh, there was a coup. Alright. That's still a bye-bye Serbia. But it's a less surprising bye-bye Serbia than I originally thought. I think you can start... I might as well start working on those. Uruguay won the World Cup. Impressive. Yeah, see, also, I will just absolutely murder them in manpower. Britain still has such a dangerous navy. Such a dangerous navy. Oh, please, I can get it from my colonies. I'll get tungsten for almost free. Which shows Deutsche Ostensia is doing well since I saved their butt. Deutsche Mittelafrika is doing well, although to be fair, I didn't really mess with it. See, honestly, come at me, France. What are you gonna do? The Don-Cuban region declared war on Russia? That sounds like their own stupid fault. Attackers Don-Cuban. Alright. Alright, they've they've chosen suicide. I'm glad I didn't stick my neck out for those people. Looks like also the Ottoman Empire is not going to be living very long. Although, to be fair, that one was kind of expected. I need some more water. I don't know, looking at the world, really, it's all kind of coming up Germany. I have no real complaints with it, at least. Well, minus... looks like it's a pretty decent stalemate over there now. You never have guns. Blue Lotus, the newest comic of George Remy or Hergé, takes place in the Qing Empire, where the reporter Tintin is sent to dismantle drug trafficking. It is known that Hergé was helped in his work by a young student from the legation city of Shanghai named Zhang Chongren, who came to Flanders Wallonia to study fine arts. The expertise of Zhang led to a striking and realistic representation of Chinese society and contributed greatly to the enormous success of the book in the Reichsbacht in China. The book criticizes the weakness and the corruption of the Qing government as well as the Japanese presence in Manchuria and is, as such, banned in both of these countries. Fortunately, the Kaiserreich allows free speech. It would have been a shame to miss this work of art. So exciting. So wait, it's... oh, other China. Because technically there's two Chinas. There's this China, and there's Qing China. Qing China. Qing Chong. What is Japan doing? Hako Ichu. I don't know if that's good for me. For some time now, syndicalist sympathizers from the Rhineland have been going abroad to help their comrades in their various conflicts around the world. Today, the famous underground writer Bertolt Brecht has announced his intent to join these international divisions. We could let him go, which would most likely inspire quite a number of other syndicalists to go abroad with him, or we could confiscate his passport and prohibit him from leaving the country. As Brecht is a prominent figure, blocking would perhaps weaken the syndicalist cause, but on the other hand, it could cause tremendous outrage. We should keep him where we can watch him. Filthy syndicalists. I don't want to help out. I don't want to help the combined syndicates. I may not be directly fighting right now, but I refuse to help. Man, it looks I don't know, looks like this war could last for a very long time. Very long time. Oh, my militarists, we have been revived. Let's see. New textbooks would remove national spirit victors of the Well Creek, which I believe is that national spirit. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, it lowers all of these, but our militarist might has been revived. So are all 5 going to be finished, or do they have to wait for... yeah, they have to wait for actually having tanks, which makes sense. I think right now I'll just focus on finishing all this stuff. Honestly, France is not anywhere near... oh, well, it's getting there. But, I don't know, it's not quite strong enough, I don't think, to deal much of a threat. Social liberals. Social liberalism is a variation on mainstream marketalism, with the main difference being the inclusion of various civil freedoms as basic human rights. Professing progressive social and economic policies, the social liberals aim to create a society where every individual is free to live his own life with full opportunities regardless of their status. Social conservative. Conservatism is a political ideology centered on preserving traditional beliefs, attitudes, and philosophies, as well as the traditional power dynamic of society while using the democratic system. Opposed to both radical and moderate changes to the status quo, conservatives want to keep society in order and stable. Usually they promote a regulated market economy, but more liberal economic policies aren't unheard of. Norway has recently approached us regarding limited trade agreements. As Norway is a member of our Reichspacht, their trade with continental Europe is very limited. We would normally not allow this, but after Black Monday, the promise of increased trade is tempting. Absolutely. Why would I say no? what else? Social liberals. No. What I want is social democrats. Social democracy is an ideology whose goal is to reform capitalism and humanism by aligning it with the ethical ideas of social welfare while maintaining the capitalist mode of production, rather than creating an alternative socialist economic system. While usually promoting a plutocratic form of government and a heavily regulated market economy, some more radical streams exist. And then here, this is syndicalists. Anarcho-syndicalism is the leading Marxist revolutionary ideology which promotes democratic federations of collectivized trade unions as the basic political and economic units of the socialist state. Trade unions are equally owned by all the workers who are members in them and have complete economic and political control over the workplaces they organize and are given great amounts of autonomy from the central government. On a larger scale, the various trade unions elect members to regional and national trade union congresses, which form the legislative and executive powers of the central government. Interesting. It's basically communism. But good news is, I'm now creating different cannons to shoot! Also, would not really going to mind if I... Alright, so let's see, that would put... So these tanks are... And I'll probably sprinkle them throughout the main line, or force them here, but... So let's see, that'll put me at 6. So the main issue is a lack of support equipment. I almost have enough tanks, though. Almost have enough tanks. Oh boy. Elite African cavalry arrive and train in survival tactics. Nice! Nice. Wait till the French see this. I'm getting stronger, France. You're missing your chance to kill me. They actually are. They legitimately are. If they don't try and kill me soon, they're gonna have real issues trying to do it. Good news is I'll get the new textbooks. An independent Luftwaffe. I don't know. I think I may focus on the economic stuff for a little bit. That wouldn't be the worst idea. The oil must flow. No, I'm pretty good in oil. Yeah, getting down to the economic boom would not be a bad idea. Although, granted, getting that research slot I think would be better. So I think I'll probably do this side next. Once new textbooks is done, of course. But everything's coming up. Germany. Oh, Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles. I don't know the rest of the song. My friends would. Oh, there's some more tank divisions. Alright, so you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send 2 tanks over there. And I'm gonna send 2 tanks. Over there. Wait a second. How many? Where did I throw the rest of the tanks? So there's the Ukrainian government has asked for a relatively substantial loan, which they wish to use for the electrification of the poorest grain growers. One of our major Reichspakt allies and the bastion of our Ostwald against the Russian resurgent, the Ukraine situation is already incredibly unstable, in part due to our protectionist measures during Black Week that proved detrimental to Ukrainian agriculture. Absolutely, Mr. Ukraine, that I may have brought to this weakened state. There was one of the tanks. Weekly stability. My stability is not great. That's the only problem. Hooray, new textbooks. Yeah, my stability is not great. Might as well do a stability focus. Officially do the Bundesrat. Doesn't mean the Emperor will step down in any way, shape, or Kingdom of Spain. Join the Entente. That's actually perfectly fine by me. Oh, because Kingdom of France does not like the Entente. Also, France, why is your military getting smaller? You can never have enough guns. That's very true. You can never have enough guns, kids. In fact, actually, I have so many guns. Start a Lend-Lease. Once. I think would be a good idea. To send them as many guns as I can spare. The Canadians are planning to move to reconquer the British Isles from the Union of Britain. While there is some distress due to our victory over them in the Welk Creek, they have nonetheless come to us with a proposal for a non-aggression treaty. Signing the treaty will, for the time being, make sure that the Canadians will not go to war with us. Why wouldn't I sign this treaty? You go kill the Union of Britain, Canada, if you think you can. How big is your navy? Oh, pretty decent. Not at all big. Not at all big. Decent. Decent and decent. Not at all big, actually, now that I actually look at what they have. Empire of Japan declared war on the Qing. Japan. We must ally with the Qing. We must call all of our allies into this war. Thank you, Belarusia. Alright, I won't really be able to do a whole lot. Like, specifically due to the purpose of... Okay, there's still two... No. Specifically due to the purpose of I don't want to have to move an entire army all the way over there. So we'll have to go deal with the Feng Tiangs. But I can definitely help. This will be Asia. Maybe... Oh, I still had Asian fortress. Let's do Irish garrison. Because that's basically where I have these guys now. To be actually completely honest, don't really need that guy anymore. Definitely need him over here. Ooh, I got some military factories. For some reason. It's probably because I finished another batch of them. Alright, hurry up and get up north. Right, so these divisions are not the best. In any way, shape, or form. But I can't exactly leave the Qing dynasty to die. At all. Although Japan is quite strong, I must admit. Japan is quite strong. I think my best bet will be to create a defensive line. Just kind of hold them forevermore. I don't want to, because I can't send I can't send the brunt of my military over there. Don't understand what my idiot puppet's navy's doing. You can never have enough guns. Yeah, I think performing a defensive action here is definitely my best bet. Although, man, Japan is definitely going to flood the gates. Although they don't really have the manpower to do that. They do have the manpower in Manchuria to be... No, they don't even have the manpower in Manchuria. Oh, I'm almost going over time again. Oh, well, I guess I'll do this. Faced by invasion from all sides, the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire has come to us in an effort to secure weapons for his dangerously under-equipped army, while we ourselves are preparing ourselves for war as well. Sending over some equipment could earn us their trust, and maybe even access to the valuable black gold of the desert. If you're only asking for guns, I can absolutely give that. But anyway, guys, that was another episode. Tune in next time to see what happens in Qing. This is going pretty okay, all things considered, honestly. See you all next time.